Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be talking about the book called Half His Age by Jennette McCurdy. Now, this is her first novel. She did write about a memoir called "I'm Glad My Mother Died" in 2023, maybe, or 2022. I can't quite remember. I did read that book when it came out, and I was stunned. She was a Nickelodeon star on the Nickelodeon channel, and her mother physically and emotionally abused her. She was a horrible, horrible human being, and it was hard to read about, actually. But it was very brave of her. Now, this book is a novel, as like I just said, so it's fictitious. Um, and this book is pretty dark, very, very serious, very sexual. I mean, if you look at the cover, it's pretty suggestive. Um, there's nothing sweet or innocent about this book. This book is about a high school girl who is 16 or 17. I can't quite remember. I just finished it, but she was in high school. She grew up in Anchorage, Alaska, grew up very poor, grew up in a trailer, single mother. Her mom, had a series of boyfriends, never really worked out. Her mom tried the best she could. Her mom was a horrible mother. But it, yeah, she didn't have the greatest home life. Let's just put it that way. So she meets her high school teacher, who is her English teacher, and they like have a flirtation, has a chemistry, has a spark between them. He's married, he has children, he's obviously older, he's in his 40s, and they have sex and they start having a relationship. And this book made me uncomfortable because it's hard to read about people abusing power, especially men abusing young girls, and men abusing their power, especially when they're teachers. And it doesn't matter what position people are in. When you use a minor, it's really inappropriate and horrible. And we kind of follow her. We follow her journey, and I enjoyed this book. And I didn't enjoy this book. I'm glad I read this, and I'm glad that Jennette really could write this book. I think it was, I give her a lot of props because this book is very intense, and it's a hard read. And it's a good read, but it's uncomfortable. It certainly made me uncomfortable. And there are a lot of people on Goodreads and Barnes and Noble and whatever reviewed it, and they didn't even read the book, and they were saying that she should, write something more appropriate and write something happier, and not something like she shouldn't glorify people who are abusing young women. That's not what she's doing. Um, and I feel like what I love most about books or art or movies or whatever, and I do qualify literature as art, um, is that everyone can have a different opinion, and also art isn't always supposed to be easily digestible, right? Sometimes the best art is art that is gonna make you feel uncomfortable, is going to make you think, is going to open your eyes to something, and that's what she did here. So I'm really proud of her. I'm gonna give this book a 3 out of 5. It was not it's not gonna make my favorite books of 2026, but I am going to read her next book. I don't know when that is. It's probably going to be in 2 or 3 years, but I will be definitely reading this book or reading the next book that she writes because I'm interested in what she will do next. Um, I would be interested to see if she, writes something that's like light and airy, I mean, that doesn't seem to be her, but um, just I don't know if she's going to stay in this lane of really dark books or a memoir. Um, but I'm interested to see where she's going. She's a good writer. Um, the chapters are like 2 or 3 pages, some of them. So it's kind of like a James Patterson style book where everything is just like chapter one, and then you have like chapter 100 by the time you're done with the book. And the book isn't that long, it's about 300 pages. So I read this in a day. Um, so yeah, so I'm going to give it a 3. Definitely not a book for everybody, but I would pick this up wherever you get your books or your library or whatever. Have a great day or have a great night whenever you watch this. And of course, keep reading. Bye.